Nuzlocke. If you've been on the internet within the past 10 to 15 years, you've probably heard this term being used. Your favorite creator has been doing it forever and has probably started a YouTube channel or two based around them. Nuzlocke is a term that has been used in and around the Pokemon community forever, as many creators have made video after video with the term Nuzlocke. Randomizer Nuzlockes, hardcore Nuzlockes, egg locks, cage locks, gen locks, wedlocks, astrolocks, and monolocks. Those are just to name a few of the countless variation of the term Nuzlocke. So what is a Nuzlocke, and why does it hold such a great impact on Pokemon fans around the world? To answer that question, let's go to the origins, and let me explain to you the first ever Nuzlocke. Our journey starts with an artist by the name of Nick Franco, who, like everyone else watching this video, is a Pokemon fan. Nick got bored of the continuous catching, training, and battling formula that has continued working for Pokemon up until this point. So he decided to change it up a bit by making it a little difficult by making a challenge run. Being the artist that Nick is, he decided to document his journey by creating little comics showing all the grueling details over the course of his journey. He has an entire website dedicated to these comics that he made of his hardened versions of these Pokemon games. If you want to see the full comic for yourself, check the first link in the description as I left it there for you all to enjoy. So without further ado, let's check out his first challenge run of Pokemon Ruby. Some important things to note is that in the beginning of his challenge, he establishes the rules. And that includes two basic rules which are the basis for any and all Nuzlockes. Now, I bet you're wondering, isn't there another rule about nicknaming each Pokemon? Yeah, that's just an additional rule, with every other rule listed here. So anyways, back to the Nuzlocke. Nick started off with the classic Trico as his starter. Shortly after that, he caught his first Pokemon Seedot. Pay attention to Seedot because he'll be an important character later. Afterwards, he later caught a Zigzagoon and a Silcoon, which he later evolved into Beautifly. Anyways, after having his Whismur come up clutch with his ability, the team was looking good heading into the third gym. Then disaster struck. After that, Nick then caught his next encounter and named him Mr. Humpy. This is where that nickname rule finally comes into play. After defeating Maxie, it was time to head into the fourth gym, where this happened. Anyways, back to Petalburg we go, and it was time for Nick to face his father. Through the power of Protect stalling, Nick and Grovyle were able to defeat his father once and for all. After that, he went to the next gym, and, well, he beat it without a problem. He scooped up his next encounter, which was an Absol, that he some reason drew like this. Then it was off to Mount Pyre. After quickly paying his respects to his fallen Pokemon, especially Nuzleaf, after watching Maxie just take Captain Stern's submarine, he headed after her and beat trainers along the way, only to quickly realize that he was a little too slow for Maxie. After that, he headed and battled Tate and Liza. After beating Tate and Liza, he decided to be a little base to them. Next, he headed to the PC to grab an HM slave. After a while, Nick finally found Maxie just to have Loudred die to a crit. Spheal, who was just put on the team as an HM slave, finally got a kill on Crobat and avenged his best friend Loudred once and for all. After using the blue orb to awaken Groudon, Sceptile killed Groudon because it would be breaking the rules if he did. After that, he finally made it to Victory Road. He breezed through both Sydney and Phoebe with ease until his battle with Glacia. Nick's Metachan was on a roll, defeating Pokemon after Pokemon, It was time to face off against Drake. Unfortunately, it happened again. This time it was camera-upped. But it's no time to cry now, as Nick would enter in his final battle in the Nuzlocke. Only Steven now stands between him and victory. The battle starts off fierce as Makuhita and Cradilly go at it head to head. And before you know it, Armaldo comes in and slices Makuhita in half. Shortly after that, Absol takes care of the Armaldo just to have Metagross come in. Knowing that Absol can't win against Metagross, he sets up a Perish song. One by one, Nick's team is slowly dying off, until Nick was left with his final Pokemon, and that was Sceptile. The same Sceptile that stayed with him on his journey up until this point. Unfortunately, he died to a Hyper Beam from Metagross just before the Perish counter hit 0. As Nick closed the book on his first ever Nuzlocke chapter, little did he know that he will be changing the Pokemon scene forever. Over the years, the term Nuzlocke has evolved so much beyond the mere set of gameplay rules. It has become a cultural phenomenon within the Pokemon community. What began as a self-imposed challenge has blossomed into a shared experience that transcends the boundaries of the virtual world. Through YouTube videos, online forums, and social media platforms, trainers from all walks of life have come together to celebrate the highs and the lows of their Nuzlocke journeys. These challenges have fostered a sense of community among players as they feel for each other's victories as well as console ones in times of defeat. The impact of the Nuzlocke extends beyond individual gameplay experiences. It has inspired countless fan creations from webcomics and fan fiction to artwork and even music. Through these mediums, the emotional depth and storytelling potential of the Nuzlocke challenge have been explored and expanded upon, enriching the Pokemon universe in ways previously unimagined, forever shaping the way trainers engage with the games they know and love.